I truly apologize because I am very late of this sort of review of episode 2 of Mechwset. Things sort of happened, so it took me longer to actually review this specific episode. But other than that, Mechwset episode 2 was sort of a surprise because let's face it, the first episode was good, but the second episode is sort of complete the whole set. What I mean is, episode 1 was fun, intriguing, interesting, but it didn't collect basically the whole story. You didn't know where we're actually going till we finally watch episode 2. In fact, I kind of wish they was sort of pitched one full complete episode, combining the first and two, making it work. Of course, this is indie, 100% sure they did not have the money to finish the second episode or unite both episodes to make it work. But it did. It finally did on this episode 2 because you get sort of the idea, the quest, and who could be the whole basically crew of this sort of journey. Now, before I continue on, my name is Rachel. I like to talk about animation, not just animation to reviews, first impressions, cartoon theories, and sometimes, if I have some spare time, cartoon breaking news. Of course, I like how it's going. You like to help my channel, put a like, comment, and subscribe. That's the only thing you do to help my channel. If not, that's fine. You do. Thank you. Because of you, I'm getting close to my main goal of 2,000 subscribers. And yes, I'm getting close every single day because of people like you. People put like, comment, and share. Thanks. Now let's get started of this sort of review of episode 2 of Mechwset. Now episode 2 sort of starts that basically Pearl is sort of hiding sex with the older brother, Pico, that he's not realizing he's trying for this small mech called Six. But basically Pico tell his sister just to let go this sort of mech so they could do their job because basically the pirates or the desert pirates are hunting them down. If they have that Pacific robot, they would take and ruin everything they're doing their Pacific job to save the farm. But because of Pearl has this sort of mentality being sort of the Disney princess, let's face it, that's what she is, not really seeing the reality in that moment, being more realistic. I think that's the best way to describe Pearl's older brother, Pickle. He is a very realistic type of person, seeing the reality of the world in the moment. But Pearl, not really. That she is still have the sort of mentality of that child must protect Six because Six is sort of a simple robot who needs protection, but not realizing they have nothing to defend themselves or know what Six could actually be. Because of this, the sort of desert pirates got close to them, realizing, wait, they lied to us, they have sex. So they decide to basically take them down. Not right now, they could patiently wait to see whatever happened. During this time, basically Pico realized, had sex, kicked them out, but the only problem is the next day the pirates came in and destroyed everything. But they have this sort of between argument after. When I mean argument, that Pico and Pearl, they have to sit down around all the chaos of everything was destroyed, calling her out like, yeah, I understand, but you have to see the moment. You have to see the reality. We have no choice to let him go because Pearl didn't realize they let go of Six and pissed her off and make her emotional. But same time, Pico was not wrong. Pico was right, especially the space pirates, desert pirates came in and wrecked everything. They scare off the employees, destroy all the cattle, all their stuff, destroy all the employer stuff, destroyed. They have nothing. So they have the only thing left to go is just move forward and hopefully they could recover some fee of some of the stuff they have. But this is the kicker, make this sort of very interesting, the world building, that you can see the sort of desert pirates, how they choose to react or move around the world of their own machines. Like, it feels more developed, feels more deep the more you keep watching this sort of desert pirates using their basically robots, their spider robots, their snake robots, their bat robots. But I love it's not there just because being there. Each specific robot has a point. For example, when the basically a desert pirate asks Pico where six, and basically Pico sort of doesn't know what's going on. He knows he's looking for the little robot. Be honest, like they're not here. He was basically we kicked them out now words. And basically the desert parents did not believe them and said they're basically robots, specifically they're spider robots. But you look at them, they are specifically built to ripping and shredding things, more specifically shredding robotic cattle who carry luggage. And this is what I mean. Little details like that build the world. Like another example, the basic desert pirates use a robot bat to send messages. That itself, it's sort of interesting. Like you could use any other animal, but they chose the bat. They feel it's a more efficient because let's face it, if you know anything about technology, every time they create a new advanced technology, especially for the rugged sort of scenarios, they choose the right animal to be aspired or mimicked to use that sort of specific uses. And this one does the same way of this show. Every single robot animal you find out is not a waste of time. It's another way you can reinterpret of whatever character they use the Pacific robot, whatever they think they actually need. Because they chose that Pacific because of that necessity of their scenario or work job. That's what make it so interesting and depth now words because it does feel more developed. Like for example, they have a robot snake to hunt down people because they're in a desert. That makes sense to use a robot snake. It's faster, more cunning, more at your face to finding whatever subject matter the robot is looking for. It just makes sense. And I think that's sort of the funness of this in the show. The whatever gadget they use, it's just a fun, creative idea in understanding what type of people they use this specific robot. Like the desert pirates, they are very honorable because they easily did not care about the group. They just care about sex. They want him. We don't know what, but they are semi-ruthless because at the very end, they are desperate, but we don't know why they're desperate. We don't know why they act in this way, but they attempted not to hurt people. They were break stuff, but specific for a reason. They have to look every single inch of a place to find sex. That's all we know, but that is so well developed now words that you understand the motivation of the desert pirates. Another thing I do appreciate, they set the whole group, which group we gotta follow. It would be basically Pearl, Pico, and Casey, the basically scam artists who trying to sell stuff for everyone. And all three of them complimented so well. I'm sort of upset they didn't unite the whole group in the very beginning of the first episode. We had to wait on episode 2 of the end of this episode because it's surprising they have so much good chemistry because let's face it, Pearl is the princess who is sort of naive, who trying to be good and healthy and help around people. You have Pico, the older brother, very negative, very realistic, very harsh because the world is harsh. And you also have basically Casey, the sales slicker, the one who sells everything if you can't trust. All three of them kind of complement each other, and the dialogue how they don't like each other but they have to work together. They have very strong different opinions, but everything is just works so well, so charming. I feel this is sort of a very, I don't want to say generic group of people you follow for an adventure. Usually this really is thanks to Star Wars, believe it or not, because this is the reason why you have the hopeful one, the nihilistic one, and the crook. This is sort of a staple because Star Wars made it a staple. Made it, yeah, these three people work together so well as a story. It's sort of obvious, it still works even this today. But other than that, I did enjoy the camaraderie, especially Casey, that he will sell anything, steal anything, and trying to convince you to buy it from him. But I love it even more, you can trust Casey. Even his Pico, the older brother, Pearl, doesn't trust him. He's always sort of questioning him, like, okay, can you help us? but why? And I love that sort of dynamic because you feel the tension in the air. Like you don't know, so when Casey will pull the rug on their own legs, when Pearl gotta realize that she had to grow up and see the reality in the front. You don't know Pico will finally trust his own sister in her own instincts. You have that specific moment, specific drama of each specific character. It just works super well. That I hope this group of people sticks to the very end of this series, because in remove one it still be a good show, but it'll be a less interesting show because the chemistry is just so good. But of course, I'm waiting for the Fallout to regroup, become stronger, and become a better team. But although that's all I can say of the group because they just work very well. Especially the animation, it feels, once again, I said this in my other review of the first episode, very Pixar or Disney like animation, but it works. It really works. Everything. It just, I didn't really realize this sort of I started work for this specific setting. This sort of adventure, especially all of them decide to work together to fix Six, because Six sort of sacrificed himself to be sort of this robot snake that no one even knows how to tackle it except for Six, that he risked it all, and the chap did it. Unfortunately, he was sort of broken, but also asking that question, can you fix Six? Because Casey pointed out he is a special robot. He doesn't need an ordinary mechanic. You need a professional engineer who understands this sort of advanced technology. Because Casey, when the first time realized what Six is, he's really thinking about money, because the very end, who can I sell this, or how much can I sell it? And he gotta stick with Six like Lou till he finally realize how to convince the group or give up the idea to sell Six, or understand the scenario they put themselves in because of Six. Because at the very end, we don't know what Six is capable or what is he. We know he is basically the new technology who basically survived with one crystal, and that sort of unheard of, and that opens so much more possibilities. Wondering, there is more than just Six, this sort of type of robot, or that he's just unique by himself. And that just keep adding questions, good question, because if it was a bad question, like kind of obvious what this happened, why you did that, if it started that way, asking that question, then I mean you did it wrong. If you did it right, you asking who's next, there are more of them, like more positive questions. And this is why I really enjoy it, because I don't know what can happen next, but I do know I am intrigued, I'm invested, and I want to see more of this, because I now more excited ever before to see the next episode. Of course, have you seen it? Did you enjoy it? Do you like the twists and turns of that? You change your basically mentality of the Desert Pirates. You think they're actually a noble group who, unfortunately, they're sort of desperate, or you're not sure about what they think. What do you think about Casey, Pearl, and also Pico? What do you think? Everything. You enjoy it or not? Tell me down below. Let me know. I got nothing else to say. Just thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and have a wonderful day. Bye.